folks, and welcome to Subjective Thoughts. And our comic for today is Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, Director's Cut by Slave Labor Graphics. Now there is, oh boy, there is murder, killing, torture, mutilation, blood, body parts, guts, forms of torture, all of the ones you can think of and can't think of. Heaven and hell, some possibly Lovecraftian creature, weird shit, blood, guts, attempted murder, hooks, knives, and some weird creatures. So if you are in any way squeamish, you have been warned. Also, spoilers. Alright, here's the team. So, certain the art here and the story are done by Mr.
Yonan Vasquez.
I will insert voice clip here because I listened to it a few times yesterday and I can't even remember how to pronounce it, and I'm not gonna try. So, thank you, Google, for the name pronunciation videos. Alright. Now, this one I picked up like a lot of, like 5 years ago, probably. I don't even remember why I bought this trade. Why did I even want to read it in the first place, to tell you the truth? I think I may have bought it off of Amazon, possibly, but I don't remember why I wanted to read this. I mean, specifically, Mr.
Yonan Vasquez.
He's the guy behind Invader Zim, which I watched on Nickelodeon when I was a kid. That was a weird little show, but this is his style and humor. So hey, that's pretty cool. He got an animated show with Invader Zim. And Invader Zim was some shit, man, I remember. I always thought it was weird. I don't know how I got to this one, and for some reason in my mind I thought he was the same gentleman that wrote Lenore, the cute little dead girl, but it was an entirely different man. So, yeah. I bought this, of course, there's many things, I put it on the side, and now I finally read it, and it was something. It was something. Okay, so the story, basically we have Johnny, who's a homicidal maniac, and now I got obviously the trade paperback, the director's cut, which I'm not sure what it means here. What was before? This is quite old because this got collected in the 90s. Now, keep in mind, I don't know much about Mr.
Yonan Vasquez.
So I have no idea when this was published and by who and all of that. So, but yes, anyway, Johnny is a homicidal maniac, and through the trade we go with him, well, murdering people in very horrific and disgusting ways. He moves in. He moves then into some neighborhood, and he has this weird house that has many floors beneath it. The house itself from outside looks like shit, and there's a wall that he needs to keep feeding blood to. He needs to keep it dry, and he doesn't know why. So we go with him on his adventures of killing people that he finds annoying, and occasionally helping out and traumatizing his neighbor, a young kid by the name of Todd, but he calls him Squee, because he tends to squee a lot. Poor old Todd has parents who don't give a shit about him. Poor guy. Well, that's it. We basically follow him murdering. We see all the people he murders or kidnaps to murder later. But something else is going on. There's something with the house that he lives in. Again, this wall. He has to keep killing and coating it with blood. And he also hears there's things in the house that have taken on voices and are talking to him. And at first it seems, oh, maybe he's imagining the whole thing, but he's not. It's part of this thing that's in the wall that he has to keep feeding blood to. So you got the two, what do you call them, doughboys, that, well, are kind of like two devils on the shoulder. And then you got Nail Bunny. If you could see him here, you see this bunny? It's a bunny Johnny has bought in the pet store. Yeah, poor thing. And then he just nailed him to the wall. Lovely. So he's the angel, the only voice of reason. There's not much reason here. So yeah, the Doughboys, one of them wants Johnny to live, to keep going, to keep killing more people. The other Doughboys, one Mr. F and or Mr. Fuck actually. Oh man, I forgot the other one's name. Anyway, that one wants Johnny to kill himself so he can be again one with the master. And Mr. Fuck doesn't want him to do that, so he can become sentient and leave. And so that's how things continue. In between, there are comics that Johnny works on called Happy Noodle Boy. They're the comic within the comic. I think they're meant to be more as a joke or something, because, well, they're not great. It's just ramblings of a weird stick figure. That's the comic. But I did read through all of them, though after doing so, I questioned why. Yeah, well, alone they wouldn't stand, I'm afraid. But this is all that Johnny does, and later on, Nail Bunny comments on how Johnny used to paint and be really creative. And now all he does, the extent of his art, is this ugly stick figure. Cause yeah, Johnny can't remember his past, why he came to live in this house, or anything else. And as more time passes, he loses more of himself and becomes more and more confused. And also along the way, he meets a cool chick named Devi. I think Johnny's probably a young adult. And he meets a chick named Devi. She likes him, but Johnny can't do happiness, so he tries to kill her. But unlike almost all of his victims, she just kicks him really hard and manages to run away, causing him head trauma in the process. So that's it. So I had some more murder. And then we reach a point where Johnny constantly thinks of killing himself, committing suicide, in order to be free of it all. And one time he sets up like this robotic arm. If someone calls him, or he's like in range of the robotic arm with the gun, it's gonna shoot him. And then surprisingly that night, he actually gets a phone call from Devi. It's been many months. She calls him, he answers, and of course the robotic arm shoots him, and he's dead. Mr. Fock is incredibly upset. The other doughboy's really happy, because, yay, I'm one with the master. And because Johnny is now dead, or dying, I mean, you think he'd be dead, he has a fucking hole through his eyeball. He's just, well, things start to fall apart. Two people that he kidnapped to torture and later kill. Well, a third one escapes, finds them, releases the chick. And, well, can't get to the guy because the wall has dried up. because Johnny hasn't murdered anyone to give it blood. And then the creature that's all tentacles and a bunch of other things and fucked up heads of things. Like I said, kind of Lovecraftian. Crawls out of it, kills the second dude that was with the chick. Well, anyway, the chick and the other dude escape. They keep running. They pass through many rooms, one full of people that Johnny has also have yet to murder. They all get killed. They keep running until they finally reach the top floor of the house. It's a one-story house, so they finally get to the top, and then they see that someone already killed Johnny. The guy decides he's gonna kick him in and shit, but turns out Johnny's not fully dead yet. Surprising. Yeah, he starts kicking him. The chick looks outside. Oh, her name's Tess. There we go. And she sees that everything's dark for some reason. And they're like, what's going on? There's nothing there. But then the thing grabs the dude finally. And then, everything essentially starts to disappear. And not disappear, but the guy thinks he's got the door to freedom, but then the thing, basically cuts off his legs and he's falling down with this creature. And everything starts to disappear, and then there's just a bit of floor and Johnny's body on it. And then Johnny wakes up and he's in heaven. Though it pretty much looks like shit. Everything's dirty down the outside. He goes to the angel at reception. Well, in this version, the demons work in reception jobs and everything. But anyway, Johnny's got the hole through his head. And he's asking the angel, where is he? What's going on? And the angel's like, well, we gotta think of what to do with you because you don't belong here. Only asking you heal my head wound. And the angel gives him a plaster and it heals everything. He tries asking God some questions, but God is, in this version, a very obese man just laying in his chair. He's tired after creating the universe, you see. So no answers from God. So Johnny is going to stay in heaven for now until they find out what to do with him. But then he causes chaos in heaven, and the demon who was sent to give him a tour sends him away and is looking for the mops. Then he ends up in hell, and Satan himself gives him a tour of everything and answer his questions because he personally doesn't really care. So in hell, they build cities pretty much like they would on Earth, and they constantly keep moving. So the devil explains to him, or Satan explains to him, that he is, he's what they call a flusher. So he got stuck with this shitty job of, I guess, collecting. I'll just maybe read it to you because I didn't fully get the picture either of what he is supposed to do. There's God. Chunky. Okay, there we go. Some kind of operation. They must have been ill upon choosing Johnny for this. They were quite sick to do that because he is having all this muck go through you, set off some new amusement. You were anything but quiet, seeming to become almost an extension of what you were charged to contain. Yeah, basically they're setting up people that are quiet to do this job. Just collect all this, contain it, I guess like bad parts of humanity maybe, and then flush it all down the toilet, basically. So he's a flusher. It's an old system. effectively flushes it into oblivion. Um, has a backup disk as well, so it reinstalls existence. Neat, isn't it? But that's it. That's what Johnny finds out about himself. And he tries staying in hell a bit, but, well, it's not great either. It's basically like the real world, but not sprinkled with at least nice and good people in it. So, after causing some mayhem there, he's sent back to Earth. He's alive again. Though, from his trip back, he loses most of his hair. And then, no, that's it now with Johnny in that regard. He's, I guess, kind of free now from being a flusher. He's wondering what to do with himself. He calls Devi and sort of apologizes. Devi tells him to go fuck himself. There's a new burger boy that's, I guess, now his floating voice. Oh, I forgot to say before him killing himself accidentally. He didn't hear Nail Bunny speak anymore, and it was just the Doughboys. So things are getting pretty desperate. So that's it. Johnny goes to his neighbor Squee to say goodbye, saying he won't be there for a while. And he hopes that Squee will take care of himself. He knocks his dad on the head while he's there. Then again, his dad deserves it. He's an asshole. Also, at some point in here, he saves Squeeze from a child killer, I think. Or, maybe the other worst thing. I'm not sure. But he saves him. And again, traumatizes him. Poor Squee. Or Todd. That's it. He says goodbye to Todd. And that's it. He leaves. He's going on the road. Oh, and in between, he also writes to his diary. Or diary, as he calls it. That's it. Johnny's going on the road. He hopes that he'll get rid of feeling all these emotions. And he'll be cold and bare like the moon. Yeah, so that's it. He keeps going on the road now, and then the last kind of scene is him buying a smoothie at a 7-Eleven, what do you call them? And he's all covered in blood. And that's it. That's the end of Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. For some reason, I called Jeff for the first 2 days of reading this. Okay, so you got the cover here. The covers for the actual issues are pretty cool, actually. I quite like them, but this is nice too. It's a nice blue color. I think, although I don't really like yellow, I think these letters should have been in yellow or white or something, because the sort of purplish is kind of blends in here, I think. I think yellow would have been better. Oh, yeah, you see, you got Nail Bunny. Now, and then you got the back's kind of nice. You got the moon. You got some purple stars. Hey, you see, that's where I got it from. But again, I don't remember if it was. I think it was Amazon, possibly. I don't know though. Let me show you some art here. Come on. Oh yeah, we actually start with Squee. There's Johnny. So this is Mr.
Yonan Vasquez,
His art style. You can see. Again, if you watch Zim, the style is gonna be familiar. Obviously, I won't show the whole thing. I'll just show you a bit here. It does get very murdery as we continue. And that's Todd's friend teddy bear Shmee, I think he calls him. I'd be mispronouncing it. There you see he meets as Johnny meeting Todd. losing his shit. It's that kind of Zim art style. Well, prepare yourselves. I'm gonna show you some of the gruesomeness. And you see, he decides to murder him. There we go. You see, he has to feed the wall. I have to keep the wall wet. And he throws him out. You see, he chopped him up a bit. Poor Todd. Ask a different question. And there's the Happy Noodle Boy comic I've been telling you about. Also, when he comes back to life, there's like a copycat of his that admires his work, as he tells him. It's some shit. But then Johnny ends up killing him because he's like, I don't like myself. And you see? It was one of those times where you're thinking of killing yourself. There's Nail Bunny. And that's it. Oh. Wait. It's gonna drop. 1 second. There we go. Alright, so that was Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. Well, obviously, I didn't go through everything. I just told you the basic plot. This was an interesting read, I'll say, but I think it's one, for me, would have been best to read it in single issues, because reading all of it together was a bit much, which is why it took me a while to finish it. Because, well, it's kind of a fluid story, but it's also issues of Johnny murdering people. I mean, the concept is interesting. Other than that, yeah, it felt like a bit much at times. Also, bless Mr.
Yonan Vasquez,
Him with his writing. Like, you see here, Director Scott, he likes to do some of the letters like this. In some instances, he doesn't do it in the actual comic pages, but like explanations and all that, and it kind of made it a chore to read. Like in the end, there's a bunch of explanation stuff I just didn't bother reading because it was like, I don't know. So the lettering is small in places. But other than that, it was definitely an interesting reading experience. I would like to read some Invader Zim stuff, though. I don't know if there are comics of Invader Zim. I should really check. Well, there was the cartoon. So I do wonder how his cartoon got off the ground for that, really. Well, obviously, this won't. Bless Johnny, he's not kid friendly. Also, I don't know what there would. Well, I guess it could be like a short animated movie. But yeah, not much to do there with the, making a long series. But again, this was an interesting reading experience. I think I will pick up something else by Mr.
Yonan Vasquez,
in the future. I'll see what that will be, of course. I'll probably be Zim or something else like that, because I did kind of look. Yeah, it has some stuff there that I would like to check out. But yeah, that's it. This was Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. If you read it, let me know what you thought about it. I would like to hear. And that is it. Remember, collect what you're passionate about and share it on YouTube. Bye!